from the School of Languages. Today we will talk about Saint George and his life. Who is he? The life and deeds of Saint George is a distinguished pearl for Christianity. We the Georgians respect him highly. Almost every Georgian knows the facts from his life, which are called miracles. The name of our country is tightly connected with Saint George, and we talk about him with pride. He was born in Cappadocia, an area which is now in Turkey, in the 3rd century. His parents were Christians. He was the son of a glorious family. His father was called Gerontius, and his mother's name was Polychronia. Mother taught Saint George the holy books and the true faith. When his father died, George's mother returned to her native Palestine, taking George with her. George became a soldier in the Roman army and rose to the rank of tribune during the reign of Diocletian. Because of his military and strategic talents, his name reached the emperor, who became so close that loved him like a son. Initially, Diocletian did not persecute Christians, but due to internal changes like epidemics, famines, and revolts, the priests advised the emperor to sacrifice Christian blood to the idols of his ancestors, and this led to disagreements with George. The Emperor Diocletian, who lived between 245 and 313 AD, began a campaign against Christians at the very beginning of the 1st century. In about 303 AD, George objected this persecution and resigned his military post in protest. Magnentius began to promote people who rejected the Christian religion. In response, George revealed all the evilness of idol worshippers. This infuriated Diocletian. George was imprisoned and tortured, but he did not deny his faith. Magnentius first was amazed with George's bravery, but when he realized that George was not going to give up, he decided to execute him. Eventually, Saint George was dragged through the streets of Diospolis in Palestine, and that time the first miracle happened. When the sword touched George's body, it melted like a candle. However, the emperor still could not realize the miracle and ordered to crush him between two spiked wheels. The spikes cut his body into pieces, but George's wounds were healed by the Lord's angel instantly. It's said that Diocletian's wife was so impressed by George's resilience that she became a Christian and that she also was executed for her faith.
Among many miracles of Saint George, one of the most incredible and marvelous is the resurrection of the dead. The servant of Diocletian, who was called Magnentius, asked George to bring the dead to life. After his praying, the lid of the grave opened. This person revived and presented himself to Diocletian. When he asked who he was and when he died, this person explained that he lived before Christ and was burning in the hell because of idol worshipping. So many people decided to convert to Christianity, including Magnentius. After 6 months' torture, infuriated Diocletian ordered to decapitate Saint George. When he was beheaded, everyone witnessed that milk was pouring from George's body. Not blood, it was a real miracle.
In Georgia, there are many churches which are called after Saint George, and one of them is Shavnabada Monastery. This is a medieval Georgian Orthodox monastic complex that is constructed on the Shavnabada mountain, just 30 kilometers far from Tbilisi. The original monastery was built in the 12th century, and it was renewed in the 17th century. The monastery that is functioning until today was founded in 1992 with the blessing of Catholicos Patriarch Ilyas II of Georgia. In 1795, after Aga Muhammad Khan conquered Tbilisi, the Persians started to rob the city. Their camp was located on a high mountain on the left side of the Memtkari River. According to the legend, every night when the Persians were returning with the loot, unusual trouble was happening to them. At midnight, when the soldiers were falling asleep, a man on the horse would intrude into the camp. He killed them, frightened the army, and then disappeared unexpectedly. He was wearing a black cloak called Chavinabadi in Georgian, and that's why that place was called Chavnabada. This attack happened night after night, and Persians decided to kill the rider. However, they could not catch him, and Aga Mahmad Khan decided to leave Georgia with his army. They believed that the rider was Saint George himself, who saved their lives. The Georgians were very happy that the conquerors left the country, and they built a church on the Shavnabada mountain that was named after Saint George.
Georgian Orthodox Church celebrates St. George's Day twice a year, on the 23rd of November and 6th of May. The Georgians express their high respect to these holidays as they symbolize our national dignity and freedom. On these days, we Georgians say, "Congratulations! St. George bless you! Let St. George protect you and your family." So my friends in Georgia and abroad, I wish you health, faith and love. God bless you.